Hey everyone, this is Jeff from Superbad Internet Marketing, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on one-in-one. Some people refer to this as a manual installation because unlike most hosting companies, one-in-one doesn't have automatic installation where you click a few buttons and you're done. I'm not a big fan of one-in-one. I actually recommend Bluehost or HostGator if you're looking for good shared hosting. But I have a client that refuses to leave one-in-one, so I thought I'd make this video to help people that are wondering how to do a manual WordPress installation. So let's get started. First, you need to download a copy of WordPress from wordpress.org. Just go to wordpress.org, download the file, save it on your computer because we need to change a few things and upload those files to the host on one-in-one. Next, log into your one-in-one account. At the control panel under Domains and Web Space, you need to click on MySQL Administration to set up a new database. On the next screen, just hit New Database, and that'll bring you to a screen where you need to enter a description for your database and a password for your database. Make sure you write down your database password. You're going to need it in a minute. Hit the Setup button, and you'll see all the information for your new database. Make sure you copy all the database info because we're going to use some of that information to change a WordPress file. After you do that, let's go to the WordPress file you just downloaded. Click on the WordPress folder and look for the file called WordPress config sample, and it's wp-config-sample.php. Open up that file, and you can use Dreamweaver if you have it, or TextEdit if you're using a Mac, or Notepad, I believe, if you're using Windows. Okay, so we need to open this file. We're going to change a few things and enter the information from your database into this file. So the first change is the database name. Go to the information you copied in your file, copy the database name, and paste it right into this space between the quotes. Then we need to do the same thing for the database username, the database password, and then the host name. All you have to do is copy and paste it right into space between these quotes under those four areas. Once you finish that, once you copy and paste, double check the information, make sure it's right, and we want to save the file under a different name. So click Save As and save it as wp-config.php. So we want to save it in the same directory but as a different file name. We want to get rid of this sample and the dash. Now make sure that the end is PHP because the default for your editor will probably come up like this one changed it to txt, so we want to change it to .php. So save the file as wp-config.php, and once you've done that, go ahead and close it. Let's go back to the WordPress folder and just double check, make sure the new file is there, and it's there. So the next thing we want to do is upload all of these WordPress files to one-in-one. The easiest way to do that is to use an FTP client. I use Fire FTP, but you can use whatever you want. You can use one-in-one if you know how to work that, or FileZilla. Fire FTP is just an add-on for the Firefox browser. All you have to do is enter the FTP info, set it up for one-in-one, and you click connect, and you're connected to your one-in-one account, and you can upload, download, or whatever you want to do. Now these are the folders on one-in-one over here on the right, and we want to install WordPress on this directory here, GST. There are already files here from an HTML site, so I'm going to save these files on my computer in case we need them as a backup, just in case we have to, upload them later on, or they want the files or whatever. So I just select all the files and hit the download arrow, and save all the files to my computer in the client's folder. Now after I download the files, I'm just going to delete all of these files from one-in-one because I want this directory to be completely empty before I install the WordPress files. Now let's find the WordPress folder on your computer, which would be right over here on the left side, wherever you saved it. And you don't want to download the entire WordPress directory. In other words, this folder titled WordPress, you want to download all the files in that directory. So select all the files within WordPress and select the folder on the right side where your website exists. Now, if you have multiple domains, obviously you need to make sure that you put the WordPress files in the right folder. So this GST folder is where the domain for this particular website is pointed. I already know that, and that's where I'm going to install WordPress. So I just click the arrow button right here, which means upload the files to this folder. Now it'll take a minute or so to upload the files, and once they're uploaded, go to yourdomain.com, whatever your domain name is, /wp-admin/install.php. Just put that into your browser, and when you get there, you just need to complete the information for your WordPress site. The username and password is what you're going to use to log into your WordPress site all the time, so make sure you copy that information down. The only thing you can't change later is the username, so make sure it's a username that's fairly secure, because security is always an issue. So don't use like admin or something really simple. And also don't put spaces in your username, because it can cause problems with author links in some themes. The username is initially displayed on post as the author, but you can go in later into the user settings and create a nickname so that the nickname is displayed instead of your username. Anyway, after you copy down all the info, your username, password, all that, hit install and everything will be set up automatically. Just click login and you're ready to log into your WordPress account. Type in your login ID and the password that you just copied down, and that should bring you to your dashboard where you can set everything up, adjust your settings, and build an awesome website. Let's check the website, make sure that everything is set up properly. So I'll just click on the website link, and this is the old HTML site. So obviously I just need to reload it to load the WordPress site, and there's a WordPress site. So everything's set up properly. That's how you do a manual installation of WordPress at 1-in-1. For more tips and tricks, visit Superbad Internet Marketing, and I will see you in the next video.